you're going to make a sequel / prequel to crime classic Heat, you better bring some of the biggest freaking names on the planet, like the first one, of course, De Niro and Pacino. Friends, it's happening. Sources at the Wrap say it's now a certainty that our boy Leonardo DiCaprio and Christian Bale, 2 titans, are joining the film. We kind of knew this. We did know this. Now we know which roles they're going to play specifically.
We know when cameras are going to roll as well, which is interesting. And yeah, the Wrap, standing by their sources, the Wrap's pretty solid in terms of who's running it at this point. But yeah, Christian Bale is going to be playing Vincent Hanna, and Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be playing Chris Shiherlis in these roles.
Hanna, of course, the Pacino character.
And then Shiherlis, the Val Kilmer character in this case. It's going to be interesting because I don't think they'll try to be like those actors in that movie. They're probably going to bring their own spin to it, which is probably the right take. Because listen, people in their heads are going to be associating Al Pacino with Vincent Hanna, and they're going to be associating Val Kilmer with Chris Shiherlis, which is fine. I think the fact that those 2 type of caliber actors are being attracted to this movie, along with Adam Driver, who's playing Wardell, the bad guy, and Stephen Graham, who's playing Neil McCauley.
That's the biggest lift, I would argue, out of those 4.
Yes,
it's definitely going to be Stephen Graham.
The role in the sequel book isn't as big as like the Chris Shiherlis, Vincent Hanna characters were. You and I both read the novel.
Like a third of the story.
It's a decent amount of it.
Book.
Yeah.
So I think fans are going to have trouble with seeing Graham as Neil McCauley, De Niro's character, especially with like the hairline. Not that like you need everything to be like so perfect.
Oh, he's going to have to wear a wig.
He's going to have to do something.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's the case where like Godfather 2, where you had De Niro essentially playing what he assumed was like a younger Brando, playing Vito, right? Mm-hmm. So clearly it's not going to be these guys impersonating Pacino and De Niro, but I think they're going to have to bring some of that element and some of that same kind of spice, especially with Vincent Hanna.
I mean, the fact that they've got Michael Mann coming back to direct, it's an adaptation of the novel he co-wrote. I think this is going to be solid. I can't wait to watch this. I think it's going to be an excellent film.
Oh, it's going to be incredible, I think.
I don't see the type of caliber actors getting behind this film if the script wasn't great and the people behind it didn't believe in it. So
expectations wise, this might be the most, for me anyway, maybe since Revenge of the Sith. Like I may even go back that far in terms of like, I cannot wait. Like that first trailer is going to be huge, that first teaser. And then to finally get those first kind of photos from the set. I think it's going to be a delight. It better not bust. I don't know if it can. I almost feel like because of that story, because how much we like that novel,
right,
and how much it moves and like the interesting aspects of it. I think where it may fall short is if you go in with those, if it better be just like the feeling I got when I watched Heat.
Yeah, you can't be
doing that. Take a couple watches. Yeah, it may be one of those like I need the same way with Heat, right? I mean, it was enjoyable after the first watch, but famously, it got better upon the cable rewatches, right? And I think that might be the case here in terms of you need like 2 or 3 watches for it to hit.
I'm always of the opinion that you come back and do a sequel if there's something interesting to tell. If you've got an interesting idea that you feel you can execute well. I think Toy Story 5 is a good example of that, believe it or not. But I was wary of that going into reading the novel. I thought, I think kind of Heat said all it had to. Is there any reason to revisit this? And then I read it and I was like, oh, okay. They cracked the code. This makes sense. I'm invested. So if that's what they're going to do, then I think the audience is going to come along for the ride.
Yeah, it didn't feel forced, the story.
No, not at all. Now, it felt very natural. It felt very dynamic and lived in, kind of homegrown, so to speak. I'm interested to see how much money this is actually going to make. They're giving them, I think, $175 million budget, which is a decent amount of change for a film of this magnitude. So I'm hoping it's going to have a broader appeal behind just, hardcore cinephiles and people who love the original film. Not just Bill Simmons and us.
We're all going to go see it 6 times.
Yes, we are.